Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to cut and sew this beautiful jumpsuit. On this channel we have not actually sewn a jumpsuit, so this is going to be our first jumpsuit, and this jumpsuit does not have joining at the half length area, okay, and it also have a pocket. It has a zipper at the back. So if this interests you guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video like this, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you to all my new and my returning subscribers, and do well to support my other channel, House of Quiz Jenny. Without wasting your time, let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into 4, and I have this silk fabric here. You know, working with silk is always stressful, so you guys should work along with me, okay? It's not up to 3 yards and it's more than 2.5. So this is how I folded my fabric. So I folded it like this into 2, the whole fabric into 2, then I folded it again like this. So this top part is open, the bottom part is also open, and now this part is going to be the sleeve area, and this part is going to serve as the center front and center back. The first thing to do is to mark out 4 inches. This 4 inches is going to serve as the crotch extension part, so go ahead and mark out 4 inches like this. So for me, I'm going to be having a sleeve. Mine is going to have a cut together sleeve. So if you don't want a cut together sleeve, you can also make it sleeveless, okay? So for me, I don't want sleeveless. I want it to be with a sleeve so that I'll be able to wear it out whenever I want, okay? So I'm just marking out the 4 inches. You can see that working with a silk fabric is always hectic. I was not seeing it clearly, so I decided to use my pen. I used my chalk as well. The next thing to do is to come down by my neck depth. So the neck depth for the front I'm working with is 7 inches because I want to have like a V-neck line at the front. But for the back, I want to have a round neckline, so I'm going to be making use of 1 inch for the neck depth of the back, okay? So after doing that, I'm going to place my tape directly on the shoulder area like this, and I'm going to mark my bust points and also my waist area. So my bust point is 10, my half length is 16.5. So from my waist area, I'm going to calculate my crotch length. You're actually going to divide your hip measurement by 4, then you're going to add 2 inches to that. So I added 2 inches to mine, okay? Then after getting the crotch line, I'm going to go up by 2 inches. This is going to serve as a hip line, okay? So this is what you see me marking like this. After doing this, I'm going to extend this crotch line area forward up to the 4 inches we marked out earlier, okay? So I'm just going to extend it like this. I'm also going to extend the starting line like this, okay? Then I'm going to place the half of my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5 inches. So I'm just going to place it on this part. So you can see the way I'm placing my tape on that 4 inches line. That is where I'm taking my measurement. From that 4 inches line inward, I'm taking my measurement, okay? So after doing that, I said mine is going to have a sleeve. After getting the half of my shoulder measurement, I extended my tape to 6.5 inches. That is how long I want the sleeve area to be, okay? Then after doing that, I'm going to also come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. So this is going to have a shoulder slope. From that shoulder slope, I'm going to come down by 7.5 inches. So I'm going to just mark the sleeve opening, okay? The sleeve opening I'm working with is 7 inches plus half inch for stitching allowance, making 7.5 inches. After doing that, guys, this is what we are having. Go ahead now and mark my 3 inches neck width. So I'm using 3 inches for the neck width like so. So after getting the neck width, I'm going to connect my back neckline with a curve like this, okay? So I said I'm using a round neckline for the back. After getting that, I'm also going to connect my V neckline for the front like this, okay? So just pardon me if you're not seeing it clearly. I'm so sorry. This fabric is not actually showing properly. I don't understand. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to get the shoulder slope. I'm just going to use my ruler to mark out the shoulder slope. I'm going to place my tape directly on the shoulder area to get my horizontal measurement. So my bust point is 10, my half length is 16.5. From that half length, I went down to my crotch, and at the same time I marked out my hip line. Okay, so all these points, I'm just going to connect them together like so to give us a straight line. So just go ahead and connect it. So I hope you are seeing what I'm doing clearly. The next thing I'm going to do now is to place the quarter of my bust measurement. The quarter of my bust measurement is 9 inches because my bust is 36. So I'm just going to place it there. Then I'm going to add 2 inches stitching allowance to that. Okay, so I just added 2 inches stitching allowance on the bust point. Whatsoever you get on the bust point, you're going to extend it up to that armhole area like so. So just extend it up to that part and also make like a curve. So just make like a curve towards the armhole area. After doing that, I'll come down to my waistline, place the quarter of my waist measurement there. Then I'm going to add 2 inches stitching allowance to that. So for me, I'm going to be making mine like an A-line jumpsuit. Okay, so I'm going to connect from the waistline all the way to the end of the jumpsuit. I hope you understand. But if you don't want to do it that way, you can actually input the quarter of your hip measurement on the hip line. Then you're going to add 2 inches stitching allowance to that. Then you connect all the way from the bust point line like this all the way to the waist area and connect it back to the hip line. From the hip line, you can make yours an A line or you can still connect it straight. So it depends how you want your jumpsuit to be. Okay, then coming to this part, I'm going to roll this part, which is going to serve as the sleeve opening. Okay, then for the sleeve opening, I added extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. Okay, so because I'm going to be folding the sleeve opening, so I added extra 1 inch to it for the folding allowance. Then coming over to the crotch extension part, what I'm going to do is to divide my hip measurement by 4. When I divided it, I got 10 inches. So I'm also going to divide the 10 inches by 4 again, okay? And when I did that, I got 2.5 inches. That is what you see me placing at that part. So this is going to serve as the crotch extension at the front area. I hope you understand. Then I'm going to connect like this with a curve from the hip line all the way to that point. You can see the crotch point like this. So after connecting, I'm also going to mark 1 inch like this from that crotch extension part. I'm also going to extend it again by 1 inch, and this part is going to serve as the crotch extension for the back. I hope you understand what I'm doing. Then I'm going to take all these points down to the end of this pants. I hope you understand. Both the front crotch extension and the back crotch extension, I'm going to just take them all the way to the end of the jumpsuit like so. Because the back is going to have a zipper, come down from the waistline. So you can actually come down by 5 inches, okay? So it depends on the length of your zipper. So I'm going to come down by 7 inches. Then I'm going to mark ½ inch from that part. From that 7 inches I came down, I'm going to now mark ½ inch sewing allowance on the crotch extension curve like this. Just watch what I'm doing if you don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm just going to mark my sewing allowance of ½ inch on the crotch extension part like this, okay? And the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark 1 inch for the zipper area. So this zipper part, I'm going to take it all the way to the neck depth of the back, okay? At the same time, I'm also marking ½ inch inward inside the zip allowance area. This is also going to serve as the seam allowance of the front area, okay? Because the front is going to have a joining. So this is the allowance for the joining at the front, okay? So I'm just going to mark ½ inch and also mark 1 inch. So the ½ inch for the front is actually going to get up to the neck depth of the front. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to rule out my A-line shape from the waist area down to the end of the pants, okay? So I said I'm going to be having an A-line jumpsuit, so this is what I want to have, okay? So I'm just going to mark it like this. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to get the pocket, because this is a cut together pocket. So what I'm going to do is to come down by 1 inch from the waist area. Then I'm going to also measure out the length of the pocket opening, okay? So which is 7 inches. I'm going to place my tape from the top of the pocket like this and get the length of the pocket. So the length of the pocket, I want it to be around 11.5 inches. So after getting the length of the pocket, now I'm going to measure how wide I want the pocket to be. So I'm going to just make it 7.5 inches for the wideness of the pocket. You can make use of your hand, just place your hand there and shape it out, okay? So for me, these are the measurements I'm using for the pocket. After getting these, I'm going to just use my free hand to get the shape I want for the pocket, okay? So just shape your pocket whichever way you want it to be. Please don't laugh at my pockets. I know you guys may not be seeing what I'm doing, but don't worry, I'm going to be cutting it out so that you can see it properly, okay? This fabric is somehow. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to start cutting this out. Please just watch carefully the way I'm cutting it out, because the mark on the fabrics are not really visible, so I'm not going to be fast forwarding the cutting part much, okay, so that you guys can actually follow up on how I cut it out. So guys, after cutting it out, this is what we have at the side. The next thing I'm going to do now is to cut out the neckline for the back. Just cut out the neckline for the back and also the shoulder slope, okay? Cut out the shoulder slope. Then after doing that, I'm also going to go over to the crotch extension and I'm going to cut it like this. You can see what I'm doing. We are cutting for the back first. So don't forget, cut out from the seam allowance you left at that crotch extension part all the way to the zip allowance, okay? So just cut out the zip allowance like this all the way to the top of the back neckline. Then after doing that, I'm also going to cut out this extension I have at this part. You can see this extension I have at this part. I'm going to also cut it out. This is for the back, so all what we have just cut out is for the back. Then after doing that, now just go ahead and remove the two-piece inside. The two-piece inside, remove the two-piece inside, okay? So those pieces are going to serve as the back. Then after removing the two-piece inside, the next thing now to do is to go ahead and arrange this piece we have here. Arrange it properly. So this one is going to serve as the front piece. I hope you understand. So it's going to serve as the front piece. So arrange it properly so that we can cut out the part we don't need for the front area. So I'm just going to start cutting from this crotch part, this crotch extension parts. So I'll just cut it like this. Remember, we still need sewing allowance towards that crotch curve area, okay? So I'm not going to be cutting at that part. Then I'm going to be cutting away 1/2 inch from this part, that zipper area of the front. So just cut away 1/2 inch, so you'll be left with 1/2 inch for the joining of the front. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Then I'm going to cut it all the way to the neck depth of the front. Remember, we are having a V neckline for the front area, okay? So just watch the way I'm cutting it out at the neckline area of the front like this. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out and this is what we are having. So this is what I was trying to explain. You can see the 1/2 inch sewing allowance we have on the front. So this is it, is the joining part. So I'll just go ahead and join these parts together all the way to this crotch part, okay? So just go ahead and join it with the 1/2 inch we have at the front. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the back. I'm going to stitch up these parts with 1/2 inch. This crotch area alone with 1/2 inch, okay? I'm going to start from the end of this zipper area all the way to the crotch extension part of the back. I've gone ahead to stitch up the back area and you can see how I did it. You can see. So after doing that, now I'm going to attach the zipper, okay? So this open part is going to be for the zipper allowance, remember? So I'm just going to be attaching my zipper right there. But before doing that, I'm going to pipe the neckline of the back. So you can cut out a facing or you can use your bias. So for me, I'm going to be using my bias to do that. Then after doing that, I'm going to attach the zipper. Coming over to the front piece, I've gone ahead to stitch it up. You can see the stitching we did at the front, and you can see the v-neck line we have right here. Coming over to the crotch extension part, you can see how I stitch it down. So the next thing is to go ahead now and pipe up the neckline for the front. I've gone ahead to pipe the neckline of the front, and this is what it's looking like. So you just go ahead and give it a good ironing. Okay, so after doing that, I also attached my zipper for the back. So this is the zipper for the back, you can see, and you can see the neckline. I also piped it up with my bias, so you can see what we are having. The next thing we are going to do now is to place the front piece on the back piece, right side to right side, like so. So just go ahead and stitch up the shoulder area. I'm also going to be folding the sleeve opening. Okay, then also at the side I'm going to be stitching it down. Hope you understand. Mine is also going to have a belt, okay, to give me the snatch effect at the waist area. So I'm also going to be attaching my belt at this area like this. Okay, so just insert the belt in between, then stitch it all by 1 inch at the side, all the way to the pocket area, and all the way to the end of the jumpsuit. After stitching it up, this is what we are having. You can see how it's looking. You can see the sleeve, you can see the pocket area, you can see how the side is looking. So make sure to notch your pocket, okay? And also the bottom part, you can see how it's looking like. At this bottom part towards the side, you can go up by 1 inch and make like a curve, okay, so that the side and the center can be equal at the leg area. So whenever we are dealing with A-line shape, you know, we always go up by 1 inch, okay, and shape it at the side. So after doing that, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to stitch up the crotch area. So I'm just going to join this crotch area of the front and the back together like this, and I'm going to be stitching it up all the way to the inseam area. I'm also going to be folding the hem part, so I'm going to fold it and stitch it up. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it up, and you can see how neat our jumpsuit is looking like. You can see the sleeve area, you can see the shape we have at the armhole area. I've actually ironed it out, and you can see how pretty it's looking. You can see the A-line shape we have at the side. This is how I want my jumpsuit to look like, and you can see the wide leg area we have at this part. Okay, so the bottom part is really wide, the leg area is really wide. I think it's up to 20 inches I have on each one. Okay, so this is it, guys, for the front. And turning it over to the back, you can see the zipper, how relaxed the zipper is looking. You can see everything is well relaxed. So let me show you how it look on my mannequin. So guys, this is how it looks on my mannequin. You can see how beautiful the jumpsuit is looking. You can see the outcome of this jumpsuit. I hope you love the jumpsuit, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and also remember to support this channel at all time. Okay, don't forget to turn on your notification bell and lay your comment on the comment section if you have any question. Bye bye.